Before LTHC, I was lost in many ways. I was lost with mental illness. I suffered from bipolar disorder, anxiety disorder. I also have some developmental disorders. And so I was impulsive. I also made poor decisions. I was on drugs. And I was lost. I didn't have any direction, any purpose. I definitely didn't have any place to live. Part of my struggle with substance use came after my experience in the military, but my experience with mental illness was a part of my military experience because when I got to the military, I had some untreated mental illnesses, and after that I developed a substance use problem. And with that substance use problem came some legal problems. I ended up being incarcerated for approximately 8 years of my life for my substance use. One of the things that I can say that made me aware that LTHC was here was when I was incarcerated, they mentioned programs for veterans, and that's how I discovered LTHC. When I found out that the program was here, I got enrolled, I met my case manager, and I was able to build a rapport with my case manager, and that was important to me, especially recovering from substance use and mental illness, for someone to listen to me, someone to trust me, or someone I could trust to open up to. And once I opened up to them, they made me feel heard. And they started to address all my problems. It wasn't just my problem with housing. It was, you know, here's this man who is a veteran, who is mentally ill, who's struggling with substance use. Let's just give him some wraparound services and help him in any way we can. And that's what happened. And I've just blossomed from there. Once I was later on in the program at LTHC, I was able to obtain my own apartment with my family. From there, I was able to rent a home. I rented a home for the last 3 years, and now I'm actually closing on a home. I'm under contract, so Lord willing, inspection goes good, everything goes great, I'll be a homeowner. So I was just homeless 5 years ago. So one thing LTHC didn't do is they didn't enable me, they empowered me. I can remember being able to, when I had just a problem in life, whether it was a financial problem or maybe I just needed to focus on my budget a little bit, being able to call my case manager and ask them for advice and them giving me solid advice and being available to me, that was important to me, especially in early recovery. Many of the LTHC clients are just like me. They suffer from underlying causes like mental illness, substance use disorder, as well as maybe even some trauma, if not all three. And so I am definitely a typical LTHC client. Many of people who suffer from substance use disorder and mental illness are often forgotten. I was forgotten, and I had burned up a lot of my bridges to support. And the folks at LTHC that are suffering from homelessness are a lot like me. They might also burn up some of their support. So it takes people like you to care and be compassionate and understand that it does take a whole village in order to make a difference in a person's life, just like it did in mine. It actually changed my life. Everything about LTHC makes me really passionate because it affected me dramatically, and it, I think, is changing even the way maybe LTHC operates a little bit in knowing that they've been able to see someone with severe mental illness, with severe substance use disorder, be able to blossom and someday even own a home.